Well, here I am. Come on in. Good morning, everybody.
My name is Keith Clark, and I'm Executive Director of Flamingo Gardens. Flamingo Gardens is a botanical garden and wildlife sanctuary in Davie, Florida. Our mission is to protect this beautiful piece of property and to provide environmental education about Everglades plants and animals. The property was founded by Floyd and Jane Ray in 1927 as an orange grove called Flamingo Groves. Throughout the 20s, 30s, and 40s, the garden received plants from around the world from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to see which plants could grow successful agricultural crops here in South Florida. Those trees and plants make the foundation of the Arboretum today. Mrs. Ray established the Flamingo Pond and introduced peacocks to the gardens in the 50s, and they've been here ever since. After Mr. Ray's death, Mrs. Ray established the Floyd L. Ray Memorial Foundation to preserve this property for future generations. Today, Flamingo Gardens consist of about 60 acres of gardens and contains 15 champion trees, the largest of their species in the state. We have over 450 animals and birds that we've rescued that are permanently housed here. In addition to those animals that live here permanently, we also rehabilitate wildlife and we release them back to the wild. Last year, 235,000 guests visited Flamingo Gardens, including 31,000 class field trip visits. Flamingo Gardens is not a zoo, we're a wildlife sanctuary and a plant sanctuary. This year, our numbers came out really well. 235,000 visitors. So originally in 2017, we were hit by Hurricane Irma, and so we reached out to SBDC so that we could get some help applying for a FEMA grant. After that initial meeting, Raphael reached out to me and asked if we'd like help doing strategic planning. So our first meeting was in November, and we spent that meeting talking about, are we prepared if we were hit with a pandemic, which we were not. At the end of the meeting, we had a strategic plan of how to address COVID should it come. So when COVID hit in March of 2020, we were ready. We had a plan of action, we were prepared. I learned more in that 3-hour meeting than I had in numerous other classes that I'd taken. And I knew immediately that there was a connection there with him, that not only did he have a lot that he could help teach me, but he also had a way of bringing out what I already knew and helping me organize it in a strategic way. Coming out of COVID, we're better off now than we were going into COVID. We've had remarkable success these past several years. From that moment on, we've met pretty much every month, and he's helped me put together strategic plans and do my job to the best of my ability.
Yeah, remember to anticipate issues like with the certificate of occupancy.
Prior to COVID, we had started a capital campaign for a new learning center. Raphael helped us put together a plan of action to raise money during COVID, and we came out stronger than anticipated for that year. He allowed our team to work more efficiently and be prepared prior to COVID, so we were ready to go, and we had a plan of action already. The SBDC is a treasure to Florida because they're a resource that many communities don't have, and it's a resource that you should take advantage of. It's free, so you can't beat the price, and if it's not for you, then it's not for you, but at least reach out and see how they can help you, because my guess is they'll be able to help you. SBDC is a great resource for our community, and a businessman is foolish not to take advantage of the availability of it.